Hello everyone. You must have heard about Sensex and Nifty 50 several times as these are the two most popular broader market indices of the Indian share market. But have you ever wondered what are these and why there are two indices and not just one? What is the difference between them? And most importantly, which one is better? In this video, I am going to present facts and compare both of the indices across several parameters to identify the winner. So I'm going to compare Sensex and Nifty 50 on seven parameters. These parameters are first, exchange of origin, number two, number of constituent companies, number three, coverage and diversification, number four, base year and base value, number five, ownership and management, number six, calculation methodology, and finally, number seven, review and reconstitution. So let's see how the indices fare on each of these parameters. First is the exchange of origin. So first of all, let's understand the significance of this parameter. This parameter denotes the origin of the indices and the exchanges where their constituent companies are primarily listed. So for Sensex, it stands for Sensitive Index and is the benchmark index of the Bombay Stock Exchange BSE. It is also known as S&P BSE Sensex because of the partnership between S&P indices and BSE. Nifty 50, on the other hand, stands for National Stock Exchange 50 and is the equity benchmark index of the National Stock Exchange, that is NSE. Moving on to the next parameter, which is number of constituent companies. So the significance of this parameter is to evaluate the depth of the Indian share market that these indices explore. Sensex comprises of 30 of the largest, most actively traded and financially sound companies listed on the BSE. Nifty 50, on the other hand, comprises of 50 of the largest and most liquid companies listed on the NSE. The current composition of Nifty 50 includes all 30 companies which are present in Sensex and an additional 20 companies. Moving on to the next parameter, which is the coverage and diversification. This parameter explores the market representation and sectors diversification, which are included in these two indices. Sensex, with 30 companies, offers a more concentrated view of the market, primarily focusing on large cap, well established companies. It covers fewer sections and that is around 13 odd sectors that this index covers. On the other hand, Nifty 50 with 50 companies provides a broader and more diversified representation of the Indian equity market, including a wider range of sectors, which are around 24 at the moment. Let's move on to the next parameter, which is the base year and base value. So there are historical reference point from which the growth of the indices is measured. They do not employ one is higher or lower in value, but rather that their starting points are different. Each exchange select a convenient and relevant starting point for their own index. This doesn't make one better or worse, just different in their historical starting point. So for Sensex, the base year is 1978-79, the base value is 100, and the current value of Sensex is approximately 82,000. Whereas for Nifty 50, the base year is the 3rd of November 1995, the base value is 1000, and the current value is approximately 25,000. Let's move on to the next parameter, which is the ownership and management. This parameter indicates the entities responsible for index calculation, maintenance, and periodic review. Sensex is owned and managed by the Bombay Stock Exchange, that is BSE itself, whereas Nifty 50 is owned and managed by NSE Indices Limited, which was formerly India Index Services and Product Limited or IISL, a subsidiary of the National Stock Exchange NSE. Moving on to the next parameter, which is the calculation methodology. So the calculation methodology dictates how the index value is derived from the prices of its constituent stocks. So both indices uses the free float market capitalization weighted methodology. This means that the weight of each company in the index is determined by its market capitalization, but only the free float shares, the shares that are readily available for trading by the public, are considered. This prevents shares held by promoters, government, or locked in shares from distorting the index value. The calculation essentially involves dividing the free float market capitalization of the considered companies by a divisor. What is divisor? This accounts for corporate actions like stock splits, bonuses, right issues, etc., and then multiplying by the base value. Let's move on to the last parameter, which is the review and reconstitution. This parameter is significant to ensure that the indices are relevant and are true representative of the market. Both indices undergo periodic review and reconstitution to ensure that they remain representative of the market. For Sensex, it is reviewed regularly, often semi-annually and in June and December generally. For Nifty 50, it too is reviewed semi-annually and it gets reviewed on 31st of January and 31st of July generally. So what's the verdict? After analyzing both the indices on 7 parameters, each of them are crucial for investors, analysts, and market participants to gauge the overall performance and sentiment of the Indian stock market. While Nifty 50 is generally considered a broader representation due to more constituents, Sensex remains a highly recognized and widely followed indicator due to its longer history. So it really boils down to you. If you are looking for an index which has broader coverage, then NSE Nifty 50 is better for you. But if longer history and international association matters to you more, then S&P BSE Sensex is the one for you. So that is all from my side in this video. I hope you have learned something new in this. Thanks for watching it. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. I'll be back soon with another video. Till then, goodbye.